Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Sunday, April 20th, 2025. Happy Easter to everybody, and let's get started. So, markets are closed on Friday. Thursday really did not have the close that I was looking for. I was really anticipating that we are going to close higher and start making our way towards that the 5560, 5600, even 57 upside 700 upside targets. But the Dow is really weak, and I'd mentioned that in the morning notes that it was really a strange opening because you had the Dow that was down over 500 points for the in the futures, and we had the S&P that was positive. So it was a little bit of a strange opening, and it really ended up being a strange day. So we had, it was pretty good strength going all day, and then once we got towards that final hour where we had everything really looking higher. We had our cycle momentum that was high, our signal weight, everything that was in place for a higher close, and it ended up, we just saw selling. So you get that every once in a while. It doesn't happen all the time, but it did there. It didn't. I wasn't anticipating it, and I left some profits. Left them on the table, and it was, wasn't too happy about it because could have walked away with a really nice gain for the day and ended up just watching them erode away, and that was not really too much fun. But so what are we doing moving forward? This is probably the best chart to show you. Here's our little range that we're in. So this is the important line right here, 52.55. If they lose it, we're going to be coming down to this 52.21, but if it comes down here, what that's really going to look like is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever it is. You get 5 ways down. This would be your A, this would be your B, and then we'd be making a wave C down. And the next really fib resistance that we'd be looking at is 51.56 down to the 50.80. So it doesn't mean that we have to get extremely bearish on this market. It just means that we are doing some type of retracement right now, and it's going to go a little bit deeper than these lows here. But if we have the bulls that come out and take out this high right here before these lows are out, then we're going to be moving up and closing the gap at the 53.89. And then making our way back up towards these highs again at the 54.47. And again, I still like this gap getting closed before we see further selling. So we're in kind of no man's land right now, meaning that if it breaks up, then the next spot we're looking at is going to be the 54, right around that 5400. Up to the 54.40 and then testing these highs. If we break down, then we're looking at support at the 51.56 and then the 50.80 areas. So this is really when this range either breaks to the upside or the downside, that's when we're going to be able to get a pretty good base, an idea of what is going to be going on for Monday and the rest of the day. So there's no really need in trying to guess it. All we need to do is watch the range. If we break to the upside, then we're coming up and testing these highs. If we break this low, it's going to be a very fast move down to the 52.21, and then we start looking at the 51.56 and the 50.80 as downside targets. So we don't really have any buy or sell signals on in either direction. So we got to just really watch this range for tomorrow. Like I said, my preferred pattern has been that we're going to come higher before we go lower, and we start and we close this gap or start testing these highs. And then from there, that's where I'm anticipating that we're going to get a very sharp move to the downside. And really the catalyst for that will probably be just talks of a recession and stuff like that. So let's just see what plays out tomorrow. Have a fantastic Easter, and I will talk to you guys in the morning.